It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
So here, click on that one again. No,
this
yeah,
one?
click on it again and see what he says.
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour.
I don't think it happens
every
all
day.
the time.
I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is.
I don't
What do
think
you
it's
think,
for.
Doctor?
I don't think it's for every single one. I think it's for like when something weird happens and you try to check. Because it's happened twice.
I thought it would be too early to make a diagnosis, but it's good you're having a go anyway. In the extra hour, I mainly catch up with work. It's a godsend. Sometimes I play chess against myself. It relaxes and strengthens the mind all at once.
So you must work at night, right? Or,
Henley Church, where I work, is located on an old Norman motte and bailey. You can't use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
Interesting.
I stumbled across a relic myself, an ancient chess piece, a queen, I believe. The best chess piece, the most freedom of movement. But they took it away immediately and proclaimed the whole east side of Henley Church a protected site of archaeological importance, which means we're not allowed to use it until the archaeologists have finished. I wish I hadn't told anyone. I like chess. I still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
So for those who don't know, Motte and Bailey Castle is a fortification with a wooden or stone keep situated raised on an earthwork called a motte, accompanied by an enclosed courtyard or bailey surrounded by a protective ditch and palisade.
that's cool.
Henley Church is relatively small. Well, for the number of bodies they expect us to pack into the ground, it's relatively small. The whole building was once owned by Scientologists, but they handed it back to the community as a tax break, I believe. Or they'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with it.
Is that how I spell it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, but not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think? Then we agree. Have you watched Zeitgeist, Doctor?
Oh, God.
Some of it is believable, and the part about most religions stemming from the same basic facts. It's more likely they've all got it wrong than one of them has got it right. I do like to be in control, but then I suppose most people do. Nobody wants life to carry them along helplessly. Everyone wants to kick against it and make their own way. Do you like to be in control, Doctor?
Yes.
If you like being in control, you'll have a tough time here. I saw it with Dr. Dekker. Such control, such stability. But he unraveled at the end. He couldn't keep control of everything, of everyone. He just set us up like dominoes, but we all toppled in unexpected ways. You'll find it all out in time, Doctor. Just not today. Can't have your head exploding, can we? I don't know. Yes, Dr. Dekker was murdered. Quelle surprise. Murder does seem a bit harsh, doesn't it? And another grave to dig. I know as much about it as you do. Less, I would imagine. I've taken a lot of pictures. I have great shots of all the tourist sites. It's amazing what exposure you can use when moving cars are literally frozen still. Must be the sharp focus. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Dr. Dekker was a complex man. I spent a lot of time with him, but he won't remember it that way. I'm Nathan Peel. I'm a supermarket worker from, well, hell, really.
It seems as if there's people coming in here from many walks of life, but Claire is saying, like, oh, this is so expensive.
Yeah.
I saw the conflict that Dr. Dekker was going through. Let's just say you might look back on your life and think there's nothing you would have done differently. No 2 days were alike for him in the end. Like, he couldn't decide what to do with himself.
But there's also a difference between somebody that goes once a month and somebody that goes 3 times a week.
That makes sense.
Also, sometimes it's covered by insurance. Also, sometimes if somebody's in a rehabilitation program, therapy will be included, so...
That makes sense.
He was like a kid in a sweet shop. He had so many options, he didn't know what to do. I suppose if you take too long picking, all your options run away.
What options? What?
If you take too long in picking, all your options run away.
No, I know. I meant as in... Never mind.
As far as Dr. Dekker was concerned, we had Monday, then moved on to Tuesday. But me, I had Monday 5, 10, 50 times before I got to Tuesday. I watched that Bill Murray film, Groundhog Day, to see if there's any clues. To see if there's any clues. That's how bad it's gotten. I'm looking for a cure in a Hollywood movie. Can you help me, Doctor? I don't know how, but thank you, Doctor. This is our first time around, and I trust you. It's like those montages you get in movies. Time passes, you wake up, shave, if you feel like it, shower, get dressed. What's the point? You get this day over and over. Nothing changes. Am I in purgatory, Doctor?
Yeah.
Probably.
Because I'm stuck between this day and the next. Most of the time, anyway.
So it seems as if his issue is that he'll repeat a day and he doesn't know how many times until he gets to the next day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it's not permanent.
Sometimes it looks different. Sometimes the bird song will change, or the weather will be less bleak. Or that person who nodded at you yesterday doesn't do it today. But it doesn't usually change. You need a tragic event for change. Like a murder. No. Sorry. I didn't see the driver. It was my fault. I pulled out and the lorry just rammed me. Well, Hannah. She was sat next to me. I was in shock, obviously. And when I came to, she was so close to me. It was like she was trying to hug me. But it wasn't right. Not natural. Bits of metal pushing through her.
Whoa.
That was 5 years ago.
What was her name?
Hannah?
Like that?
H, I think.
My fiancée. My childhood sweetheart. We met at secondary school. She was head girl, I was the quiet one. She liked computer games, so I instantly fell for her. I proposed in Goldshire. She said she didn't date elves, so I leveled up to a human necromancer and asked again.
Oh
Sorry.
my god.
It's Warcraft. We spent a lot of time on there.
There's no human necromancers.
Type in Goldshire. Goldshite.
We played World of Warcraft a lot together.
There's no human
I guess it's not a cool thing to do anymore. But we had a lot of memories there. To be honest, it reminds me a lot of life now. The same thing over and over again. Bring me X bunnies to make a stew. Y badger teeth. Rinse, repeat. Maybe I'm just grinding life.
There are no human necromancers, you fake gamer boy. Boy. Okay. I just,
I was fine for quite a while after the accident. Well, being treated for depression. I thought I was cured. It was only recently after meeting Dr. Dekker that I had a strange deja vu. I'm exhausted. Doctor, is our time up?
Not yet.
I've been shrunk for that already. If I had that day again, I wouldn't make the same mistake. Hannah would still be alive. We'd probably have a family by now. I haven't had any relationships since then.
That sucks, dude. Sorry that happened. Did I spell that right?
Yep.
Okay, so we got that covered.
Dr. Dekker's murder was sudden. Brutal. It's terrible. The doctor. 2 weeks. 2 weeks I had of rolling days. No do-overs. No Monday. I wouldn't kill anyone, though. I'd have to keep doing it, wouldn't I? Few things seem to move me forward. Most of my days a blur. I'm not sure if it's the sleeping tablets I'm on or just how I've learned to switch off.
Ambien is a hell of a drug.
I'm on temazepam. Dr. Dekker prescribed them for me. He thought I would sleep through to a whole new day. I didn't.
Do you know what temazepam is?
I don't think it's real, but...
I'm not really fit for work anymore. I work in produce at the local supermarket. That mainly involves lifting heavy crates of fruit and veg into place for people to buy.
Oh no, it
and
is.
doing that over and over again. My muscles don't seem to have grown much. I think that maybe I'm not aging. When the day resets, I just reset with it. I used to be a builder.
A builder?
Oh, it's a benzo.
Oh.
I'm 57. Kidding. Just if you spent the whole day at the gym and then repeat that day and not go, you'd have achieved nothing.
So I think he's saying he used to be a bodybuilder.
No, I can't move backwards any more than a day. I don't really seem to control it. It's generally always on. I have to try and change something to move forward.
Huh.
If I knew anything about that, I'd tell you. But I don't.
Okay. Any last questions for anybody?
Not that I can think of.
I don't have an answer for that.
You're literally Ariel.
I don't know.
Fork.
I think you're trying really hard to make this
Being
work.
a majigger.
I have no idea about that.
Okay, I'm just checking. So, let's look at our notes. So, Ellen from Misa. Jaya. Terry called, so... Just double checking. Terry called. Okay, so... Injury.
No, nothing like that. I usually wake up on my side like I've been sleeping. Sometimes I'm partially covered by seaweed.
I'm telling you, she's a mermaid.
What if she thinks she's a mermaid and that's why she's blacking out? You know what I mean? Like, because if we're going under the premise that, like, this isn't anything actually supernatural, but that these people all have something going on with them, if she thinks she's a mermaid, like, then she's returning to the sea. You know what I mean?
Like, she subconsciously thinks she's a mermaid?
Like, she subconsciously thinks she's a mermaid, and so she goes out dancing on her legs, right?
I'm a great swimmer. I won all these medals at school. I can hold my breath a really long time. Too long. Really.
You know what I mean? How, like, some people think that they're animals? Mm-hmm. And they'll be like, oh no, like, I'm a wolf. And nothing, you know?
Okay.
That doesn't really mean anything to me.
So I think she thinks that she's a mermaid.
Nope. Don't know.
I think there's just something weird going on with our perspective on things, because at the beginning, it felt like we were being brainwashed. And people keep saying things, and then when you try to listen to it again, it's different.
So I only saw that happen one time. That other time that you mentioned it, I didn't see anything different, which is not to say that it didn't happen, but
Oh my god, I'm the one who's insane!
Well,
which is true.
I guess just, like, when it happened with Claire, like, I honestly just wrote it off as, like, oh, they just recorded two different things. But...
the second time, when it happens twice, that kind of weirds me out. So let's see what happens in the next set of questions.
I guess, like, I didn't see it happen twice, so, like, it doesn't seem weird to me.
Do you have any
no
last words?